at the tour actually. So, if my maths is
Yeah,
correct, this is your third tour of the year.
it is. Yeah, it's
Right.
yeah, it's been fun. It's been yeah, it's been a pleasant change from the last few years for us personally. So yeah,
You know, I'm going to ask the question. Well, why the
yeah,
pleasant change?
all the pleasant change. Oh, we just spent so much time sort of writing and just sort of questioning whether whether this was still what we sort of needed to do. And like we never stopped writing. We never stopped sort of getting together and always thinking about it. But yeah, it's kind of that's kind of just how long it took us to get here again. I think. Yeah.
It's, you're not the first band. I'm going off track from my questions here, but you're not the first band that I've heard that from, where there was kind of a an impact during COVID, where everyone just kind of like got into their pocket. Trophy eyes, it's trophy eyes basically. They told me it's a not
Yeah.
dissimilar thing. They're like they're all
Yeah.
still mates, they were all ticking along, but they were like, well, we're putting so much into this, but we're not really getting anything back. And then once they actually got together and toured, they were like, oh, fucking yeah, brilliant. Is
Yeah.
that the sort of same find?
I think so. Yeah. Like it was. We had no idea what to expect. Like we thought that we were just sort of going to come back and play a couple of little shows and just see what happened. Um, and yeah, like straight off the bat, like it was almost this time last year. It was just before Christmas. We got an email saying, "Hey, we got a random Facebook message just saying, "Hey, do you want this tour?" And we were like, "Yeah, of course." Um, and then that's how we kicked off the start of this year. So it was yeah, so we kicked that off with of Mice and Men. So we did 4 dates with them right at the start of the year, which was insane. Like our first shows back, like our first hometown show back in Sydney was at the Metro Theatre, and like it was insane. And yeah, Lion Arts down in Adelaide as well, which we've played a bunch of times when it was Fowlers, but that was the first time at Lion Arts. So um, yeah, and then 170 Russell in Melbourne and at the Triffid in Brisbane, and we were just like, well, it was a really fun, really quick week. That was just it was insane. We couldn't have asked for a better comeback, I suppose. Yeah.
Reignites the passion then.
Yeah, 100%. And obviously straight after that was tour number two. So like we had already announced our own headliner tour,
Mhm.
which was to be 2 months after that. So pretty much all of those shows we were advertising for our own tour, which worked really well. And we managed to sell out all the East Coast states on that as well. So it was unreal. So
Nice.
yeah, now we're
Well,
just
of course,
trying
because
to
you had
finish off the year on a bang.
nice. Because as you mentioned, I mean, there was the EP got dropped earlier on this year.
Yep.
Um, although this so that was what the that tour was, the Only Change Permanent tour.
Yeah.
The single from the
Yep. Yep.
EP, the hardest part is now this particular tour, which
Yeah. So that
starts.
was just the yeah. Sorry, that was just the last single that we released, and yeah, we didn't play it on that tour.
Okay.
So yeah, so this time around we're playing every track off the new EP as well as a bunch of a few older ones as well. So yeah,
Nice.
we've
Starts on
got
the
to
2nd of November in Perth.
yep, yep, yep.
You end up here in
Very
Adelaide
exciting.
on, yeah, yeah, and end up here in Adelaide on the, might have been doing it all week. You think I know, 9th November festival.
Yeah,
Fuck, that's
yeah.
bad. So, um, when you get to us, I mean, will it be a normal Sienna Skies set, or will it be one that's going to be a little bit special because it's a festival?
Um, it will be. Oh, it will be a little bit shorter than our headline set, obviously. But it will still very much be a Sienna Sky set. We're going to be playing every track off of the new EP. We just
Excellent.
those songs just have been resonating so well, and it just people love them, so we want to play them. So It's a weird. I think it's a weird thing for a band to be able to play all their newer stuff and get a better reception to that than sort of some of the ones that people grew up singing. So it's
Yeah,
it's yeah, it's very humbling.
yeah. Very rewarding as well at the same
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah,
Because
massively.
that was literally one of the questions I was going to ask. Because now that it's been out for a while fermenting, I mean, what the question I was going to ask was how are they how are they going across live? I mean, obviously, you're very surprised about that. Does that then trigger you to go, we've got to do more music and get that out soon?
Yeah, 100%. We actually so a few weeks ago we went down to Melbourne and we did a little bit of songwriting with Callum from Dream on Dreamer. He's a really good producer, really good engineer, and a good friend. So he offered his services, and we were we were always going to oblige. We've always been interested in jumping in with somebody else just to see how other people will write. We've never done that before, so it was really interesting. Yeah, we're really looking forward to sort of what we can sort of start churning out after that. Yeah, so yeah, yeah. To answer your question, yes, it does 100% ignite that flame a little bit more. Yeah, it stops that second guessing. We spent all those COVID years just being like, hey, are people gonna still like heavy music in 4 years time, or however long it took us to pull our socks up, I suppose. Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, a lot changed. Like you said there, I mean, from an
oh
Adelaide
yeah,
perspective, before COVID, it was Fowlers. And then when you
yeah,
came back, it was Lion Arts Factory. You're like,
yeah,
what the?
yeah. That's it. And it was wild. So like when we didn't expect over even like pre-COVID, there was this weird sort of conception that Adelaide doesn't sell tickets and all this sort of stuff, and we were just like, we didn't see that at all. Like when we came down, like Fowlers was, oh sorry, Lion Arts was almost sold out when we played with um, of Mice and Men. Like that room was full. It was bonkers. And then the same night we came down for our headliner, um, our friends in Ocean Sleeper were playing at Lion Arts, and we played at the Cranker, and we were both sold out.
Yeah.
So like it just sort of goes to show like I'm so glad that there is now a festival down in Adelaide, because like for so long you've been getting like the raw end of the well, that's not the wrong word. That's two phrases in one. But you've been getting you've been getting the rough end of the stick by not being able to get festivals and stuff like that. So it's
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's really cool.
Yeah, it's this is year four of
Yeah,
the festival, and it has been growing steadily with each year. Because you are spot on. Like, we look at like good things got announced,
yeah,
not
yeah,
fest has been announced, and you
yeah,
sit there, and the feedback that's on the socials is all, are we going to get sideshows? Because
yeah,
it's expensive. As you'll know, I mean, you'll have to pay to go around the country. It's expensive to go and fly to another place, then have accommodation, and then buy your ticket. So
yeah,
when
yeah.
anybody come, so when like yourself, you come here, or there's a festival that the guys have put on, yeah, you're right. We do get behind it, and I think we do get a bad rep. I think if you've proven it with them two shows that you mentioned there, if you build it, people will come.
That's it, 100%. And it's the same with we feel really strongly about Perth as well.
Yeah,
So we yeah, like pushed really hard to get Perth on this run again, and it's basically because like we are bringing in international band over for this tour,
mhm.
and
Of
yeah,
virtue.
so many, yep, of virtue. So we yeah, and time again you see bands skipping Perth, and it's like we're not in it for the money. We would much rather play to make sure we play to everybody. So it's yeah, we there's more cities, there's more towns that we would love to visit, because I don't think anybody should miss out.
Yeah.
It's a big country. Everybody deserves a taste of what the big cities get.
Well, absolutely spot on as well. Actually, Perth miss out more than we do, and
Yeah,
and you hear about it, you fucking do. I mean,
yeah,
mentioning that, I mean, Of Virtue and Clay J Gladstone taking them
yep.
on tour with you. How did that come about? Getting well that sort of lineup.
Well, Clay J, we've known the guys in Clay J for like I went to school with a couple of the guys. We we always just sort of knocked around together over the years in different bands and stuff like that. And they're killing it at the moment. Their new record comes out the same week that we start the tour. And it's yeah, it's from what I've heard, it's so good. I love that band. It's so frantic, it's so fun, and they're going to be a handful to. I'm a little bit worried.
You got to follow them.
Yeah, yeah. Um, and then of Virtue, so we've actually been friends with their manager for quite a while, and they've been hassling us for a little bit as to when or whether we would ever be able to bring them out, and yeah, this is that chance, and they're absolutely killing it at the moment. They after our tour, they go straight back to the States and they tour with. They're doing a full US tour with the Ghost Inside.
Okay.
It's yeah, they're doing so well at the moment. We're really excited for them to get out. Yeah,
Good, good, good. 20 years. It'd be nearly 20 years on the job in
not
2026.
yeah, like not me personally, but definitely the rest of the guys in the band. Like I've only been a part of it for probably less than half of that, but yeah, like I remember being there. Like I actually the first show I ever played was supporting Sienna, um, and we've been friends ever since. So it's been a long time. We're feeling it after every show. I'm telling you now.
So, yeah, the persistence of time affects us all. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
taking the well, I mean, actually, the question I was going to ask about the 18 years, 20 years of the band, and you've actually a really good point there because, as you said, your first show at U was supporting them, and now obviously you're there in the band, fronting them. What changes have you seen during the different eras, for want of a better expression?
Oh, it's crazy. Like and actually we've kind of tried to address it a little bit on this tour. We sort of grew up with some crazy bills where you'd have like death metal bands playing with pop punk bands and all that sort of stuff. Like the genre mixing was um it was so common and it was so fun. Like they're the shows that we grew up going to, you know. Um, and yeah, that's definitely one thing I've noticed change. Like now, like you'll see a bill and it'll be all death metal bands, or it'll be all pop
Mm,
punk bands, or it'll be all hardcore bands, and I think there was definitely a time sort of in the middle where there might have been a little bit of clashing, between personalities and stuff like that. But over the last few years, I think um, we've definitely seen like a lot more unity in in heavy music in the country. I think it's been really nice. It was a I think it was a community that was always built around building people up rather than knocking them down, and it's good to see that sort of coming back full circle again.
and that's what you're trying to do with your tour coming up. Because
That's
all
it.
three years are not the same band.
No, no, not at all. And even all the locals that we have playing with us as well. They're all different. We got some hardcore bands. We got some punk bands. We got some very heavy bands.
Yeah.
But yeah, like at the end of the day, people like different things. So
Right.
why give them 4 hours of the exact same thing? So yeah, it's gonna be really fun.
Yeah. I totally agree with that. Totally agree. Like two of my favorite bands, Aerosmith, Sepultura, wildly different. Wildly different. So
Yeah, yeah,
I'm all behind that.
yeah,
Okay, so for people, this is a real cheesy question, but it does
yeah.
actually catch people out. So for people who haven't seen Sienna Skies before, when they go on the tour or at Froth, what can we expect?
Um, you expect a lot of sweaty blokes that a lot of teenagers in their mid 30s. That's probably the best way that I can describe it. But yeah, we haven't changed a bit. So it's yeah, we got a lot of energy. We've got a lot of sing-alongs, um, and yeah, we just hope that everybody's sort of there to have a bit of a bop, because nobody remembers the guy standing in the corner with his arms crossed. Enjoy it. Enjoy music. Have yeah. If anything, if I could take anything out of it, it would just be like, please just enjoy yourself from the set, whether you like it or not. Like, live music is awesome, and people
Mm,
need to enjoy it more.
nice, very nice. And I've got my opening line for the review there. Thank you. Brilliant. Thank you. I got it. Brilliant. All right. Well, look, that's been like 15, 16 minutes. Is there anything else you want to add before I let you depart for the evening?
I'm not sure when this is coming out, but yeah, if anybody's out there, they check this interview out. Please grab your tickets to the Hardest Part tour, and we'll see you in November. Thank you so much.
It'll be out before that. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And I'll
Thanks,
see
Ian.
you
We'll
on the
yeah, I'll see you in a few weeks, mate. Thank you.
see you 9th of November. Take care, Tom. Bye.
Cheers, mate. Bye.